Okay, we're live, and I know this is out of the box and unconventional and not the way we do team calls. And yes, I'm totally okay. Thank you, Katie, for asking because I said there was a personal emergency, and I'm going to be commuting. I'll be in my car at 6:30 Pacific Standard Time, which is when we typically do our team calls. We always do our team calls on Monday night. And so there's no way I'm going to drop the ball on you guys, and yet meaning not have a team call. But I actually, it's a friend. It's one of my best friends. I'm going to go be with her tonight. Her husband's terminal. So I'm going to go be with her tonight. Everything is okay with me, not so okay with one of my best friends. So thank you for being adaptable. I can see that there are 3 people on already, and I hope that you guys can come watch this. I'm going to be talking to you guys tonight about Instagram. And I have been, let me give credit to Brock Johnson, Shalene's son, for his podcast, Social Media Moneymakers, because the content that I have for you guys tonight is pretty derivative from his stuff. So not to be like plagiarizing his stuff. In fact, I'd like for you guys to go there, subscribe to his podcast, because I have consumed probably 10 of them in the last week and a half. I've been voracious about his podcast because they've been so good. They're super short. They're super helpful. So that being said, I've taken like 3 of his podcasts that are all sort of related to Instagram. Oh, good. There's 6 of you on now. I don't know who's on, so you can comment if you'd like. I took 3 of his podcast that dealt specifically with Instagram. That's something that I've been really personally with my business trying to work on a lot, to grow that account, to grow my reach, for so many reasons. So hi, Bree. As you guys know who've been around, if you're brand new, you don't probably know this yet, but we do go through our quote warm market, in 6 months to a year. We never totally go through our warm market because people are always ready to, hi guys, we've got Sandy, we've got Desiree, we've got Sherry, we've got Bree. I don't know who else is on. It says there's 8 of you, but 4 of you have commented. Okay, I'm going to keep going. I'm going to try to talk fast. I have lots to say. I have a lot of notes. I forgot what I was saying because I got distracted by the comments. I'm sorry. Hi, Angela. Oh my gosh, she listens to him daily. Yeah, I'm about to get on the road and take a road trip to Medford, Angela, to stay with Tracy. And I'm going to be downloading multiple. I'm going to be listening to every podcast he's ever done. Okay, Instagram. I was saying warm market. It's a great way for you guys to find people that are like you, people that you like, people that you have similar interests with that don't live near you, that you're not going to meet in your normal whatever you do outside of your home. It is a great way to run a business is through Instagram. That's what I am finding. I am finding people that I really like. I'm finding that people are like me and we like a lot of the similar things, and it's actually easier to find people in your niche on Instagram than on Facebook. So, and so many businesses have Instagram accounts. Every business really does. So it's a great place for you to conduct business. So let's talk about it. You grow it slowly like a muscle. You're not going to grow it overnight. So just think about how long it takes to train your body and to grow a muscle. It takes a lot of consistency and a lot of, variety and sleep and nutrition and a lot of things go into it, but consistency and time are key. And so social media on Instagram is the same way. Okay, I'm going to go over 9 of Brock Johnson, giving credit, his tips on just how to grow your Instagram following. 1, you're going to post you're going to post consistently. So got to have a consistent storefront. Got to, Target wouldn't be just closed one day or closed for 3 days in a row. So you can't just not show up on Instagram for 3 days in a row. If you're treating it like a business because you want to run your business, then you have to be consistent like a store. You've got to show up consistently. So you decide what that rate is. It could be once a day, as long as you're consistent. Maybe it's more like 2 or 3 times a day. Maybe it's more. You're going to gauge the rate at which you post by, are people engaging? Are you getting likes and comments? Okay. You are going to follow a general theme. So I know this is so important because there are people that I have found that I like, and so I start following them. But I don't really know them super well, but I start following them. And then I'll be scrolling my Instagram feed and I'll get to a post that I'm like, what's this? I'm gonna unfollow this person. Let me go look at who they are first. So I go click on them and I'm like, oh no, I do like this person. I was just gonna unfollow them, but what a random post. And I have unfollowed people before on random posts. And so if you do this random post that doesn't fit your theme of like 4 things, people are gonna unfollow you. Because if you're true to your 4 things, like I'm gonna take Jake Shevitz as an example because I love the way he runs his Instagram account. I think it's like gold star. He posts consistently about his dog, his workout, his socks, you know, close-up pictures of roses or flowers. Like if you go look at his account, you're gonna see what you get. And if you like it, you're gonna follow. If there was like a picture of like a baseball game on his feed, he might lose followers, like, because they're scrolling and they're like, what? I'm not into baseball. Unfollow this person. Who's this? Unfollow. Because it didn't fit his theme. So there are things sometimes I want to post about that I'm like, I love this picture, or this, what I'm doing right now is so special. I want to share it on my Instagram. And I'm like, no, don't. It doesn't fit your theme. You post about your fitness at home, your fitness at the gym, your food, and your tattoos. That's what you post about. Stay consistent. So you guys make sure, if you haven't niched yourself down into a theme of about 4 things, and they don't have to be related to each other. They can be different as long as you're consistent. Like Jake's are different. However, my different themes, I like to sort of weave them together. So maybe I want to showcase my tattoos, but I'm also connecting to people that are into Bengal cats. So maybe I want to like drape my cat across this piece of my tattoo that I want to show. So I'm like cross-pollinating in 2 ways. I'm so sorry about my dogs, and I can't even mute because I'm on Facebook Live. There's probably a wild turkey in the yard. Let's move on. Number 3, have a hashtag game plan. And I'm going to talk more about that. I'm so sorry. Bo, come here. I'm going to talk more about that in a minute. Then number 4, I'm so sorry. Number 4, I'm sorry, Melanie. I'm sure there's either a deer or a wild turkey in the front yard, and there's really nothing I can do about it right now. I can't mute myself. I can't let them out. Okay, so okay, I already said hashtag game plan, and I'm going to elaborate on that later. Build engagement. So that means don't just post in picture and forget about it. Post it and track who's liking it, track who's commenting, make sure you're responding to people that comment. Make sure you're then commenting on, if people comment on my stuff or like it, I feel like it's good common courtesy to go to their page and like some of their stuff. And if they take the time to comment, I feel like if they're going to scratch my back, I'm going to scratch theirs. So I go to theirs and I comment. And so that is building engagement, not just on mine, but I'm engaging in the Instagram world, and Instagram likes that. So be reciprocal with people, and then ask people to comment, ask them to engage. Not every time you post, like every time you post, you're not going to say, drop your comment or comment if, or like this if, but once in a while, ask for engagement, ask their opinion. And then number 5, daily story, 5 times a day. So that means you go into your story, and that's where you can show the less you should just be the authentic you, the less polished, perfectly, like if I'm going to show a picture of my face or my food on my Instagram where it's going to stay and live forever on my account, I like make it look as good as possible, my food or my face or whatever, or my dog. But if it's my story, I don't care. I'm just like, here, look at, I like, but like, just, it's real. It's my messy house. It's my, I mean, not necessarily my messy house, but I don't like to show everybody that. But it's raw. It's the genuine you. It's not the polished you. It disappears. It doesn't live forever. And it's letting people actually get to know you, not your best foot forward you. I mean, obviously your best foot forward. I'm not saying this very well, but you guys get my point. You're letting them see the real you, not in performance mode. And then use Instagram Live. He says, if you're willing, every other day. So this is something that I just heard from him, and I have not been doing it. I did it today for the first time since I was in Punta Cana. But now I know to do it like every other day. And I've been following Jatana Jackson, and her Instagram live stories are like off the hook. So I know it's what we need to be doing. And then, hi Cindy, how are you? I don't know what you're going to give me your opinion about. Probably something I said a few minutes ago. And then, so go live, and then optimize your bio. Your bio. That's like people like reading a little snippet of what they're going to get on your page. You get one clickable link. Don't do it to your Team Beachbody store. That's spammy. Don't even put in your bio that you're Beachbody coach. That's spammy. People are going to be like, no, this person just wants to sell me something. Did you guys see the quote I put in here? That was from a different podcast. People don't join companies, they join people. So they're not going to join Beachbody. They're going to join you. So don't put that you're a Beachbody coach in your bio. You can put that you are an online health coach, or that you're into health and wellness, but okay, too spammy. Then, so number 7 was optimize your bio. Number 8 is in real life, try to grow your Instagram following. So I use Instagram as my business card anymore. I don't know if you guys have heard me say that lately. Thanks for the thumbs up, whoever floated them across the screen. That's nice. I really like that, because sometimes I feel like I'm just talking to my computer, and it makes me feel like, no, not. There's someone out there listening. So in real life, that's my business card. I don't hand someone a business card. I'm like, are you on social media? Do you have an Instagram account? I love Instagram. Hi, Sherry. I love Instagram. So are you on Instagram? Are you on Facebook? And I just try to connect with people right then and there in real time, people that I know in my real life. Okay, and then shout outs. So you can, I've never done this, but you can buy them. I've never done it. So you can go to an account that, and Melissa McAllister told me that about this idea too, that you can go to an account that doesn't have 1 million followers, but that has more than you. And, or no, I'm sorry. You go to one that has 1 million followers and you buy for like $20 or something. You have to privately message them and ask them to shout you out. I've never done it, but it is a way to get like a health and fitness account to shout out you for like 1 hour, and then they take your post down. Something like that. I've never done it. I'm not the expert. Don't ask me about it. That's all I know. However, and Brock Johnson did not talk about this, but some of you guys that work closely with me will know that in the last year, 6 months especially, I've gotten a lot of accounts. Hi, Kim. Hi, Leona. I've gotten a lot of accounts to repost my picture. And every time that has happened, depending on the size of that account, my followers go up between 50 to 200 in a day. That's how I know it happens. I'm like, I suddenly see that my following has spiked up, and I'm like, whoa, did someone share my picture and tag me? Because I shouldn't have an extra 50 people following me right now. And it is happening. It's because I've actually gotten pretty good at finding businessy accounts that are interested in that I'm interested in their product, let's just say, or thing. So I'll give you an example because I've actually quite a few have done this. So Handful Yoga Bra, they have reposted me a couple of times and tagged me on their Facebook page, on their Instagram page, and in their Instagram stories. And they've tagged me. It's a boutique yoga bra company based in Portland that's spreading. But guess what, you guys don't know, is that I've reached out to them. And I've been like, hey, I work at the Downtown Athletic. They're Portland based, and they're in all these boutique gyms now all over the Pacific Northwest. And I'm like, hey, you're Portland based women, and I work at the Downtown Athletic Club of Eugene. They sell boutique style stuff. Would you like me to connect you to the person who manages that shop? Because I think your stuff would look beautiful in their store. So like I'm offering them free business, and I make sure I wear their stuff, shirts, bras, and stage it nicely and tag them. I've done that a lot. And there have been a couple times where they like my photo enough to share it. Oh, networking, Cindy. So Cindy, by the way, I miss you. It's Halloween. I dressed up at the gym and you weren't there. Tomorrow I won't be there. Okay, back on task. So then Constantly Varied Gear, G2O, Cats and Women, Tattoos and Cats. There's an account called Tattoos with Cats, or I can't remember what it's even called. But these accounts have like thousands and thousands. They have more followers than me. I go look, I scope them out because we're interested in the same things. Cats and tattoos. That's something cool to me. So I go look at what their content is. I follow them. I look. I like it all the time. I like. I see that I love cats. I have great cats. I have great tattoos. So I'm going to tag them when I post my cats. And sure enough, eventually I wear them down and they reshare my stuff. I just had an account last night private message me saying, do we have permission? It was a tattoo thing. Do we have permission to share your picture? So online leggings store. Online leggings. They've shared my stuff and tagged me. So find businesses that you like where you're willing to give them free advertising and promote their products for them. Recommend the leggings, recommend the shirt, recommend the whatever. And then they want to share you recommending their product. Okay, that was way too long on that. Brock's point was actually more like go pay for it. And my point is like I've never done that, so I can't really speak to that. But I can speak to getting a business or someone who has a more successful account or an equally successful account to share. And you can do the same for them. You know, Brian Saunders, he got a really cool sock company, an Instagram socks. Like, you know how he wears like knee-high socks that say like beer and stuff on it? Coach and I don't know what all. He got the sock company because he likes their socks. So find some products that you like. All right, moving on. So that was really kind of how to grow the muscle of your network. I did mention have a hashtag game plan. So then in another episode, Brock Johnson, he talked about hashtags, and I learned a little bit from that podcast and changed how I was hashtagging, and I noticed a spike in my following, and so it's definitely working, what he suggested. So don't be too clever. Thank you. Don't be too clever. That just happened to me at the hotel we just stayed at. They asked me to share a pic of my champagne. Thank you, Katie. So do you use the @ symbol for them? Yes. I use the @ symbol for them. And I tag them in the photo both. Sherry. I'm reading the other comments. Okay. Katie, that's a perfect example. Do you have a screenshot of it? If you have a screenshot of it, put it in the comments. Thank you, Katie, and tag your location. Totally. And you can tag your location or hashtag in your story too. Some people will follow your stories, but not really go look at your page. And some people will go look at your page, but not really look at your stories. And some people will do both. Okay, so let's talk about what I learned about hashtags from his hashtag. So don't be too clever. Like, don't hashtag, oh, it's a great day to be alive, because who's going to search for that? You want to hashtag words or two words together that are things you would search for. And on that note, go search. Like, if you want to hashtag athlete in your post, go search that hashtag and see what's happening there. And you can see like how many people use it. So I have used a lot of hashtags that are like fitness, fit, and there's like 20 million people use that hashtag. He recommends not doing that. It's because when you use a hashtag that's so popular, it's only going to be there for a second, and then it's going to drop down the feed because 20 million people are using that hashtag. And so yours won't last. When people search it, because people search those hashtags, it won't last. It'll be there for a hot second. And you might grab a couple people, but then it's gone. And then he says niche it down. Niche it down a little bit more specific. Don't get too clever and too weird and too long, like it's a great day to be alive. I'm making that up. He didn't say that, but like, or like, I'm looking out my windows right now and they need to be washed. Don't hashtag that. No one's ever going to search for that. But you could hashtag house cleaning sucks. So when you niche down a little bit, you get more people like you, but your post will live long. It'll, in his words, rank high on that hashtag. So it could be there for months where people search that hashtag. It could rank high and they're going to see you. So I'm almost done, you guys, I think. So, because Instagram allows you 30 hashtags, he says to do 28 or 29, not to do 30, because Instagram will be on to you and they'll be like, this person is a spammer. They're just trying to get a following. Well, yeah, we are. So is everybody else on Instagram. So he says use fewer. So then he also says that for every one hashtag, you get 12.6 more likes. Just one. And he recommended Google Sheets. I use Google Keep. I'm obsessed with Google Keep, you guys. If you guys do anything for your business, would you please be all things Google? Have a Gmail account. Use Google Keep app as a notepad app. It's the best. That's just my personal opinion. It auto syncs on all devices. It's just, I love all things Google. So anyway, I use Google Keep. He recommended Google Sheets, but still, all things Google. I have prefabricated, so if it's specific to Bengal cats, I have a prefabricated 30 hashtags. Thank you, Kim. Go back and watch from the beginning. Thank you for joining. Oh, you just said you were going to go watch from the beginning. Hi, Kristen. Kristen, when I'm on the road today, I know that we need to talk because we're going to Las Vegas in 24 hours together. I will call you from the car. She's coming to leadership with me and my daughter. So back to the prefabricated. So I have one for Bengal cats. I have one for if I'm at the gym. I have one for if it's about food. And I have one for if it's about tattoos. And I have one for if it's about Weimaraners. And then some of the words cross over on all. So I was just always copying and pasting those. It saves time. And I'll tell you where I'm pasting them to in just a second. So now that I've listened to his podcast, I delete a couple. So it's 28 or so. And then I also change a few words. I change a few hashtags. Because he said if you always use the same hashtags, Instagram will be on to you. And they'll be like, this person is just a spammer. And so they won't give your post as much publicity. My dog just farted so loud. I don't know if you could hear that. Now he's trying to lick the spot. Sorry, so distracted. Okay, focus. So I go change them. So if I make them a little bit more specific. I have it prefabricated, so it's still quick. Go into Google Keep, copy, paste. I go post it in my first comment. I'll tell you why in a second. And then I'll go delete a couple, and then I'll go customize like 4 or 5. So it's not always the same. I know it's TMI. I know. Sorry. I don't know. Could you guys hear the dog fart? It's only like 12 feet away. Okay. So, and then I think you guys mostly already know this, those of you that have been around, because we talk about this in an Instagram training that I've done before, but don't put the hashtags in your post, because that's a dead giveaway that you're fishing. I mean, we are fishing. We are fishing. That's what hashtags are for. They're to find people and find things and find subjects that you're interested in, and they're to have people find you too. So they are fishing. But it makes it less obvious if you put them in the first comment, and they will still work in the first comment. So you have to hurry. You can't post something and 2 hours later be like, oh, I'm going to go add my hashtags now. You need to post, add your hashtags in the first comment. It hides them a little better. They're still there, but it just looks a little less obnoxious to people scrolling. And then I think that's everything. Cool. Final thought, and then I'll close. And this is the reason I went live on my computer instead of my phone, because I prefer to go live on my phone. So when you have a business account on Instagram, and you should definitely have a business account on Instagram, convert to business, which means it has to be connected to a Facebook like page. Mark Zuckerberg owns both, Instagram and Facebook. You have to link a business Facebook page to your Instagram in your settings. Let me know if you need help with that, comment. So if you don't have a Facebook business page, you need a Facebook business page. If you don't know what to name it your name, because you are a business. You are the brand. Don't call it, Mary Jo Beachbody Coach. Call it your name. Unless you happen to have some great clever name like Fit and Funky did. But even she got rid of the Fit and Funky and changed it to Danielle Natoni, because you are the brand. So get a Facebook page. That is your blog and your business page. Link it to your Instagram business account. If you don't like what I'm saying because you want a personal Instagram account, then have a personal Instagram account. But this is a business account. You're running a business. Then once you've done that, you can run analytics by clicking the little bars at the top right of your Instagram channel. And I should say that I don't think I'm the corner of knowledge on Instagram. I should have said that in the very beginning. But I am growing the account. So my credibility in this is that I am seeing traction. And I'm finding people. I'm finding people in the UK that I'm having conversations with about joining our team. So I message people privately on Instagram every day as part of the business, as part of my inviting and networking. So that's my credibility in this. I don't have 5 million followers, but it's growing. So click on your analytics, those little bars in the upper right-hand corner. I'm going to wrap this up real soon, guys. Thank you for hanging on and being on here. So you can see if your impressions have gone up or down in any given week when you look on analytics. You can see what gender follows you. So I have 60% women follow me and 40% men. You should know. You should know. You should know. You should know. Then I know what age, where they're from. So when I look at, you can always click on these. So I know that most of the people following me are 25 to 34 years old. Most, which is interesting. So they're younger than me. And then I know that they mostly live in Eugene. And then next is Portland. And then next is Springfield. Next is LA. Next is New York. If I click on countries, most is United States. Guess what? Second, United Kingdom. Why? Because I've been hashtagging and looking to connect with people in the UK, and it works. So number 1 is US. Number 2 is UK. Guess what's next? Canada. Why? Because this works. And then randomly Australia and Brazil. Okay, so then you know what days of the week are most popular for you to post. You know what times of day are most popular for you to post. So you need to know. And then this changed my account the very most of all, since I've seen some stronger growth on my Instagram account. This would be the number one thing I personally would attribute it to, is before Brock Johnson came into my life and his podcast, I was already studying my analytics. I was already hashtagging, I was already studying, I was already trying to rub shoulders with other businesses. But this was the thing. I started to click on what my top posts were over the course of, well, different breakdowns, but typically I really am interested in seeing over the course of a year, what are my most popular posts? And guess what I found out? I also like to post funny shit. So my dogs, my cats, food, home fitness, gym fitness, so fitness, my tattoo, and funny shit, like funny me, things that make people laugh. So that was 6 categories. That's a lot. But fitness, home fitness, gym fitness, that kind of links together. So many pictures of food. So many pictures of me at the gym. So many pictures of my animals. So many pictures of funny stuff. When I started to look at what my top posts were, I could scroll over the course of a year. Scroll and scroll and scroll and scroll and scroll. Hundreds exclusively and totally. Some of you have seen me in person and I've shown you, so you'll believe me. I could show you right now, but exclusively it's my tattoo. There's not exception. There's a couple of me on talent team. Everything else is my tattoo. I could probably sit here and scroll for 5 minutes and I won't find one post that has been popular over the course of a year about food, relatively popular, that people are relatively interested in. There is not one about food. There is not one of me in the gym. There is not one that's funny. There is not one of my cats, unless it's tattoo related. They're all like selfies. And I believe it or not, I was seriously the kind of person that felt self-conscious doing selfies. And I remember Bobby saying to me, you never want more than one selfie in a block of 9 posts on Instagram. And I remember thinking like, yeah, I totally agree. Because like selfie means you're a narcissist. That's awkward. And you look stupid it's obvious when you take a selfie. You can still see your shoulder in it. So I was like that until I started looking at my analytics. And I was like, oh, well, the people that are following me, they want to see that. They actually like the selfies. That's what they like. So it changed how I post, and that's been making the biggest difference. It's not that I'm changing who I am for my audience, because that already was who I am. It just means that I feel not weird about selfies anymore, and I do post more of them now than I do of the other things. Hi, Dina. And I found I really enjoy that. It's given me an outlet to share that part of me. So I want you guys to niche yourselves down. Some of you already have. Niche yourselves down to your things that you love, that are unique to you. And then figure out which of those things people are most interested in. Don't abandon the others. Like, I'm still going to post funny stuff. I am still going to post pictures of my food. I am still going to post pictures of me at the gym, because that's still me, and I'm not going to totally change who I am and what I love because of Instagram. But I am definitely going to post more of the stuff that people are engaging with. Okay, so then you can also, let me go back, you can also do that with your stories. Look at the analytics of which stories are most popular. So you can see your following, your demographic, where they live. Not promotions. What else do I want to show you? Shoot. You can click on like, just play around with it. I won't belabor it, but you can, from within the posts, like you can see which posts are the most popular of yours, and you can see whether people are coming, like it's the same. You can see if people saved your post. Like, it's just, there's a lot in analytics to play around with. Okay, so let me conclude and wrap. Instagram is like a muscle. You're not going to get a following overnight, so be patient. It takes a long time to change our bodies. It takes a long time to change our social media account. It is a great place to conduct business. Post consistently, whether that's once a day or 4 times a day. Figure it out. What are you getting the most engagement on? And in terms of frequency of posting, and can you commit to it on the long haul? So don't go out of the gates, I'm going to post 6 times a day if you can't maintain it. I also do like a million pictures at once, and then when I have time, or if I look nice, and then I draft them. I save them in my Instagram drafts. I use similar filters so that I have a unique, cohesive look to my account. Follow your general theme, have a hashtag game plan, prefabricate hashtags that you're willing to change a little bit in an outside app like Google Keep. Build engagement, don't be selfish about it, so give back to those people that are commenting and liking on your stuff. I try to overdo. If they like one of my pictures, I'll go like 4 of theirs. And get into your story, share the behind the scenes of your life, and let's, you and me, start doing Instagram lives every other day. Brock says is what has been proven to make the biggest gains in followers. Optimize your bio to reflect your account in a professional way. You've got one clickable link. Don't make it about Beachbody Coach. Follow some other niche accounts that are like you, business accounts. Promote their stuff. And that's funny, Cindy. Okay. Because the dogs are barking, I'm going to end. I think I've already gone for about half an hour. So this was your team call tonight. Thank you so much for playing it back and watching it. I hope it added value to you and your business. We are at the end of the month, you guys. Wrap up your Success Club points. Work hard. Fourth quarter can be really hard, but it's also can be like, this is the time of year people struggle and need us the most. So I have always enjoyed fourth quarter because of Thanksgiving and Christmas and things we can do. We have new programs. We have A Little Obsessed coming out on the 6th, that week of that, and I hope you guys are all going to do that in January. We have Double Time. You guys know what we have going on. Okay, thank you, guys. I appreciate you, and thank you for being adaptable tonight, and my apologies for not having our normally scheduled team call. All right, guys, good night.